Hey everybody, it's your favorite Canadian Info Warrior back at you again one more week. I know I only gave you one video last week, eh? Well, so I was talking to Gary, and he thinks that, last week's video touched on an important subject to a lot of people. And I should try to do that more often. So I think I'm going to try to do that more often. As much as I can think of something deep to talk about. So this week, the subject is ice cream. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I'm kidding. I'm not going to talk about ice cream. I am going to eat some, though. Now, last week, we talked about assisted dying. This week, thought I might get a little more into that and talk about MAiD, which is Canada's name for the Medical Assistance in Dying program. It was introduced by the Trudeau government a few years ago. And it has been very controversial. Let's put it mildly. It's been very controversial. There's a lot of people who think that it shouldn't be legal. And then there's a lot of people who think that the government is going a little too far with it. I mean, this is, of course, anecdotal. I can't really dig up a source for this. But I've heard stories of veterans going to Veterans Affairs Canada, and they've got various ailments because of their time in the service. And MAiD is being recommended to them as a solution. There was one story that I know actually existed. This is still anecdotal because I don't have the video to show you. But I remember watching a video about this guy, and I guess he's dead by now. But he was applying for MAiD, or he had been approved for MAiD, basically because he couldn't afford to live. Because what he was getting on I believe it was a disability pension he was receiving, it wasn't enough to pay his bills, and he was going to be homeless. And rather than be homeless, he decided to just end it all. And, strangely enough, his doctor signed off on that. That's where I think we're getting into really sticky waters. I'm still not sure if I believe that the concept of MAiD is a good thing or not. Like I said last week, I was raised Catholic. I'm not necessarily a Catholic these days, and I'm not really sure exactly what I believe. I believe in so much. It's hard to pin it down. But if you're Catholic, you believe that suicides go straight to hell. Damn it, I said suicide. I didn't mean to. Hope I don't get demonetized. I can't be demonetized because I'm not monetized. But anyway, if you're Catholic, you believe they go straight to hell. If you're Catholic, you believe that nobody has the right to take a life, not even their own. Because no lives belong to anybody except God. So where does that leave us with MAiD? With medically assisted dying? Well, part of the reason it's so controversial is because some people call it murder. The doctor is killing the patient. Other people call it the S word. But either way, it's somebody taking a life that doesn't belong to them. Again, if you're Catholic and you believe that. But even if you're not Catholic, you still might believe that. You might believe that your body, your essence, belongs to the universe. And you don't have that right over yourself. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Not sure how I feel about the program being legal now. But I do know that I don't like it being recommended to people just because they're in constant pain from an injury, or because, and I, don't jump on me here. I know what constant pain is like. I have scoliosis, and I have constant back pain nowadays, especially when I'm working. Right now, actually, it's pretty good. My drugs manage it, but when I get into the cab and I'm driving for 12 hours straight, yeah, I'm in a lot of pain most nights. So it's not like I don't understand what it's like to be in pain. Because I do. And I still... It's not so much that I don't think I should end my life because of it. It's what I have a problem with would be if my doctor recommended that I end my life because of it. That's when things are going a little too far. When your doctor is recommending it, there's something wrong. But an argument could be made that the doctor is actually following his Hippocratic oath, because basically, at its core, the Hippocratic oath is do no harm. But are you doing more harm by prescribing a person fentanyl patches? Or is it, is it less harmful to recommend assisted dying? So that's part of the argument too. I know this almost seems like a rehash of last week, but Last week I was talking specifically about a Swedish or Swiss device that does it all for you. Whereas this week I'm talking about the concept itself and whether or not it should even be legal. Maybe next week I'll tell you how I feel about the death penalty. Or maybe we'll get into abortion. I said the A word. They're going to demonetize me. Oh yeah, I'm still not monetized, so it doesn't matter. Oh, sorry about talking like Biden there for a moment. Everything is a whisper, you know. Anyway, old Sleepy Joe. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. I wish some of you people would start commenting and have some discussions in the comments section. That really helps the channel, you know, because it keeps the video active in the algorithm. Whereas if nobody's commenting on it, I record it, it's high on the algorithm when I first upload it, and then it just drops right down to the bottom. But if you're commenting on it, it keeps bumping it back up in the algorithm. And that's why I'm so grateful to Gary for commenting on every video I put out. But I would like other people to do it too, because there's conversations that can be had in the comments section, and you can go back and forth with Gary and hopefully other people. So, yeah, get in there. Tell Gary he's wrong. Tell him why. Just don't tell him he's an asshole for being wrong. That's not civil discourse. Yeah. Well, I guess that'll do it for this one. This is Canadian Thanksgiving weekend coming up here. Monday, of course, is Thanksgiving. And I work on Monday. So my sister is having dinner on Saturday because I also work Sunday. So Saturday I'll be having breakfast with the boys as usual in the morning. And then I'll be heading over to my sister's place for dinner in the evening. And my brother-in-law requested that I make deviled eggs for dinner. For an appetizer. He likes my deviled eggs. He likes the way I make those. Well, I know what I'm doing. It's not just mayonnaise and egg yolk. You throw in some good, coarse Dijon mustard with seeds and all. You mix that in there. And you season it. And then you pipe that mixture back into your eggs, your egg halves, and then you garnish it. And this is the key. Garnish it with finely chopped chives and prosciutto. That's the key. Some people would do bacon bits, but I prefer prosciutto. And then sprinkle some paprika over them. They go like crazy anytime I make them. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow night, Friday night. I'll be making deviled eggs for Saturday. Exciting weekend, right? Okay. We're going to cut this off here. And how do I always leave you? God's willing, Daffy Duck willing. We'll see y'all in the next video. Ciao for now.